Correct, Nompu. Good afternoon once again to our viewers. Yes, the logistics issue, that issue with Transnet and the freight rail line that seems to not to be working at the current moment is a big issue that has cost the industry 50 billion rands. This was one of the figures that were given by the Mineral Council of South Africa this morning at the release of their facts and figures publication this morning. The Facts and Figures publication is a publication by the Minerals Council of South Africa that's published every year, particularly during Mining Indaba. It gives us an overview of what the mining industry is currently, or how it is currently doing. And one of the salient features here, obviously, they're saying that the industry could have done a little bit better had it not for the consistent rolling blackouts. And of course, that issue with Transnet also played a big role. We saw the butting of heads, if you like, between the Minerals Council as well as Transnet, but they have since issued a statement or told us, the Minerals Council, that they are currently working things out. The minister also did, during his address earlier today, also confirmed that he is pleased that the two entities are working together. In the last hour, Nompu, I did promise you that I would get in touch with the CEO of the African Rail Industry Association. They have some solutions about how the logistics issue can be sorted out. I'm joined by their CEO, Ms. Misila Gobe Nhlapo, and she's speaking to me about what are these solutions that they have together as an association, and maybe the problems that we do not know of. Ms. Nhlapo, thank you so much for joining us on Point. The issue of Transnet and the mining industry, we've seen how it has impacted the numbers. We've lost out on, or the industry has lost out on, about 50 billion rand. How do you see it as an association, and how deep is the problem?
Well, good day. It's not the industry that has lost, it's the country that is losing, because whatever that Transnet cannot export or the mines cannot export, it has a bearing on our GDP, it has a bearing on employment, and there's a bearing on a number of issues. So what we have tried to do is to facilitate a conversation, do a study on the basis of the third-party access as announced, and now we have a white paper that as a roadmap that how the railways would work. So the only challenge is when SOEs do not comply with what the government has put down, and that is problematic. The challenges that the mining industry is seeing, the challenges that is experienced by Transnet are very deep, not what we've been told, but if you speak to people on the ground, there are some serious concerns, including the state of the network. Yeah, so I've seen that Transnet is proposing on increasing access, the fees for the mining industries. Are we certain that the increase, the money will go to fix the network? Because if then that is the case, then the public must know the track quality index of all those corridors. Yeah. Otherwise, what is the point? Our government must be transparent. Transnet must be transparent and share the track quality index with the industry and the mining sector, so that we know as a country what we're dealing with.
Yeah. There are about 4 of other solutions that you think can help in this situation. Please take us through those.
Okay. 1, implement third-party access, because from the Transnet statement that they don't have locomotives, private sector has locomotives. That is, you resolve the situation immediately. 2, you want to have a Transnet that talks with its customers, with the industry, the transparency that is required through for third-party access, because they are not the only ones that get affected with the policy not being implemented. But lastly, the executive's KPIs must be linked to the implementation of the rail reform, failure to which we will see ourselves in this deep dark hole again. But as the African Rail Industry Association, we remain here, we remain open to engage all interested parties to find a workable solution.
Right. Ms. Misila Kopentlapo, thank you so much for joining us. Nompu, I've been joined by Ms. Misila Kopentlapo. She's the CEO of the Africa Rail Industry Association, and she's been giving us their 4 suggestions on how this Transnet and mining industry issue can be sorted out. Very succinct and quite straight to the point. And with that, I hand back over to you in studio.